You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? You're tuning in to Floridian Rollo. So apparently, Straightway is in a lot of trouble up there in Indiana. That's right. So Pastor Daniel Maru's son is missing, according to the news. This has been sent to me by recommendation. And so I looked into it, and it's true that Pastor Daniel Maru's son is missing. Apparently, according to the state police, he was bruised. So without further ado, let's get to the clip. Enough of me talking. This is the end of Straightway, y'all. As I stated, summertime. Summertime will be the end of Straightway. Oh, because they thought I took the videos down, I wasn't going to talk about them. No, I was just waiting to see what's going to transpire. And it transpired. This is the end of Straightway, y'all. Without further ado, let's get to the clip, the end of Straightway. Oh, hold on.
A plea for help finding a teenage boy missing from Logansport. State police say Bryson Muir may be the victim of abuse. The 14-year-old is the son of a former Colts player, and tonight that former player is a person of interest in this investigation. Thanks for joining us today live at 5. I'm Dan Spieler.
And I'm Nick McGill. Now, Bryson hasn't been seen for 10 days, and investigators also haven't been able to get a hold of his parents. Fox 59's Eric Graves followed.
Haven't been seen in 10 days. They've been trying to get a hold of the parents. Let's continue.
Pulled up on this today, and it led him to the gated off property of a religious group in rural central Indiana.
Stay away from all these religious groups. Do not get yourself involved in any of these religious groups. That's why I said a month or 2 months ago, after we had whatchamacallit, I said there would be a change shift happening. It would be a shift change after the eclipse. And sure enough, we're starting to see the Edomites, the black Edomites. You got people using my talking points, black Edomites, don't want to give me credit. Even people I don't talk to no more. I know we might be talking about this. They won't give me credit. I said the black Edomites on the internet. Now all of you, all of a sudden, now you're getting, it's word getting around about Black Esau. No, Prodigy, shout out to Prodigy because he came up with a song called The Black Devil. So this is the end of Esau. Let's continue.
Private property, no trespassing, plenty of signs to let people know the message here. This is where ISP says the Muir family lives, who they can't get a hold of. This is 14-year-old Bryson Muir. Indiana State Police are trying to find him. Bryson is the son of Daniel and Kristen Muir. Daniel is a former Colts defensive lineman and now a person of interest.
Former Colts defensive lineman, Indianapolis Colts. Peyton Manning and them guys. He was on that team, okay? Let's continue.
Interest in the ISP investigation into his son's location.
He's our primary concern. His well-being and his safety is of utmost importance.
Bryson's last known location was his grandma's house outside of Cleveland, Ohio. At the time,
Cleveland, Ohio, and they do have a Straightway in Cleveland, Ohio. And we're going to get to that in a second. We're going to get to the Straightway, Ohio in the situation because according to the location of where they drop off this young man, Straightway, Ohio ain't too far away. Let's continue.
He had this black eye. Bryson left with his mother, Kristen, in a white 2015 Chevy Suburban. Bryson's grandmother called police, worrying her grandson was being beaten. State Police Captain Ron Galavez says minutes after that call, Kristen in that Suburban was pulled over, but Bryson wasn't there.
In that period of time.
That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. When the state police pulled them over, whoever in the car, they probably couldn't do a search. I don't know. The child was not there, and the person kept going. Man, this is crazy.
Bryson wasn't to be found. We don't know where he went.
The case was passed to the Indiana Department of Child Services and then state police on June 18th. This brings us to here, the 1700 block of West US 24 near Logansport, where ISP says the Muirs live. The property and the Chevy Suburban Kristen Muir was driving are both owned by a group called the Servants Leaders Foundation, a nonprofit religious group based out of Kokomo. ISP has not been able to get a hold of either the Muir parents or Bryson.
We really started looking at this as an endangered missing person.
We visited the edge of the property Wednesday. You can see several homes and cars from the road. No sign of a white Suburban or any people, though. The only sign says, "Welcome to Straightway."
It's a wrap. There it is. There it is. It's a wrap, y'all. It's a wrap, Tizzle. Welcome to Straightway, Indiana, Goshen. It's a wrap. Now, when I had on the people I don't talk to no more, New Breed and Ringo, I stated to them that the summertime will be the end of Straightway. You know what I'm saying? What I'm going to do is get those videos put back up, you know what I'm saying, for evidence. I'm just letting y'all know. I said the summertime will be the end of Straightway. We are in the summertime. So that was the Lord's doing. And like I say, I don't talk to Ringo. I don't talk to New Breed. I don't deal with those guys no more. We're going to get to that in a second. The thing is, this right here, it was on the live when I said that. And I said the polar shift will be the change. I told that to New Breed. The polar shift is going to change. There's going to be a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes going on in this planet. Okay? 2024 is a change, y'all. The thing with this, it's the end. It's over for these people. And those who need to get out now. The place is being judged, especially in the northern states. And I tell people all the time, the northern states is done. D-O-N-E, done, demonic, all demonic. Okay? Let's continue.
Straightway, Indiana, Goshen. Googling Straightway, you'll find Straightway Truth Ministry, an extreme religious group out of Tennessee that some consider a cult. Adding Daniel.
Out of Tennessee. D. Dower, out of Tennessee. This is your right-hand man, D. Dower. What are you going to say? What are you going to do about this now? What are you going to do about this?
Muir's name to that search, and you'll find a video on the Straightway Truth Ministries YouTube page from 4 months ago showing a man who appears to be Muir preaching and referencing a place called Goshen, the same name of the sign outside Muir's Cass County property. State police want anyone who could know anything to reach out.
Of course, the public includes friends and family of Bryson, that if anybody knows where he's at or how we can get a hold of him, we need to know that.
In Logansport, Eric Graves, Fox 59 News.
I will say this. It's not a good sign for the young man. It's not a good sign for the young man. And to me, how is it that when the state troopers pull him over, they let them continue to go? That means we have to go to D. Dower's video. And we got to see what's going on with him. You see, when they kicked out Rufus, the judgment began. When they kicked out Rufus, the judgment already began. And that was doing before the eclipse. They kicked them out. Now, we know that I'm going to tell y'all, I wouldn't go on anybody's land. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't go on anybody's land. You know what I'm saying? At all. Because the strongholds are in these places. You got Masons, you got certain societies that's involved in these lands, initiatives, all that, you name it. Do not go to anybody's land. Do your thing, handle your business, stay away from these occultic religion people. Stay away from all of them. Now, you have somebody and other women and men still follow Straightway that follow Newbury and Ringo. I got the receipts. I'm not going to pull them out. I got the receipts of the people that talk ish about me and Cole when they went in on me, supposedly that I set them up, right? Which I didn't set them up. That's going to be their downfall. I know they watching this video. That's going to be their downfall for saying I set them up. Now, let's get to it. So you see, I was following certain people was following me. And let's just say they was following these people even when we was talking about them. And they are mods. Women and men. I would not ever give them the answer. They have to do their own research. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're going to have that 9 initiative soon. Well, I'm going to warn you. You're going to have spies just like Straightway. You better clean house, I tell you that. I'm going to sit and watch the whole for what it is. Because no one is exempt. I'm not going to no one's land. I'm not dealing with certain people that deal with certain people, because I'm telling you, it's about to get messy, man. It's about to get messy with Straightway. It's over. All right, let's get another clip. Let me stop sharing. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if we got any up to date. Let's see any other news station is talking about it. Let's get to it. Because, see, man, I don't know how you ladies deal with these over-religious men, these church men. They the worst, man. I'm glad I stay away from churches and all that madness. Okay, we're going to get to the beginning stages of it. Give me 1 second. I want to hear what the 4 news station have to say. Oh, come on. All right, there we go. Don't give me an issue now. All right, here we go.
First told you about Bryson yesterday evening. CBS 4's Eric Graves followed the trail today, I should say, to the gated off property of a religious group in rural Indiana.
Private property, no trespassing, plenty of signs to let people know the message here. This is where ISP says the Muir family lives, who they can't get a hold of. This is 14-year-old Bryson Muir. Indiana State Police are trying to find him. Bryson is the son of Daniel and Kristen Muir. Daniel is a former Colts defensive lineman and now a person of interest in the ISP investigation into his son's location.
He's our primary concern. His well-being and his safety is of utmost importance.
Bryson's last known location was his grandma's house outside of Cleveland, Ohio. At the time, he had this black eye. Bryson left with his mother, Kristen, in a white 2015 Chevy Suburban. Bryson's grandmother called police, worrying her grandson was being beaten. State Police Captain Ron Galvez says minutes after that call, Kristen in that Suburban was pulled over, but Bryson wasn't there.
In that period of time, Bryson wasn't to be found. We don't know where he went.
The case was passed to the Indiana Department of Child Services and then State Police on June 18th. This brings us to here, the 1700 block of West US 24 near Logansport, where ISP says the Muirs live. The property and the Chevy Suburban Kristen Muir was driving are both owned by a group called the Servants Leaders Foundation, a nonprofit religious group based out of Kokomo. ISP has not been able to get a hold of either the Muir parents or Bryson.
We really started looking at this as an endangered missing person.
We visited the edge of the property Wednesday. You can see several homes and cars from the road. No sign of a white Suburban or any people, though. The only sign says, "Welcome to Straightway, Indiana, Goshen." Googling Straightway, you'll find Straightway Truth Ministry. An extreme relief, you'll find Straightway Truth Ministry. An extreme relief, Goshen. Googling Straightway, you'll find Straightway Truth. It says, "Welcome to Straightway, Indiana."
There it is again for those who's tuning in. For those who's tuning in, there it is again. Look at this. Look at this. It's a wrap. We're going to go to D. Dowell in a second to see what's going on, what he's talking about, because I want to see if he talk about this.
Goshen. Googling Straightway, you'll find Straightway Truth Ministry, an extreme religious group out of Tennessee that some consider a cult. Adding Daniel Muir's name to that search, and you'll find a video on the Straightway Truth Ministry's YouTube page from 4 months ago showing a man who appears to be Muir preaching and referencing a place called Goshen, the same name of the sign outside Muir's Cass County property. State police want anyone who could know anything to reach out.
Of course, the public includes friends and family of Bryson, that if anybody knows where he's at or how we can get a hold of him, we need to know that.
In Logansport, Eric Graves, CBS 4 News.
Yep. We're going to go to Dirty D. Dowell right now. We're going to go to him. Okay, hold on. Shit, what is, hold on. God damn it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I made a mistake on something. There we go. All right, I got it. I got it, Fitz. All right. Let me go back to the YouTube thing. We're going to go to Dirty D. Dowell right now. I'm telling y'all, man, be careful with these places. Be careful with these places. Make sure that, you test the spirit, because I'm telling you, it's crazy out here, man. Let's see. Oh, man, he's in trouble. Dowell, you in trouble. Yeah, I see trouble here. Yeah, he knows what's going on. He knows what's going on because this is 17 hours ago, and this is matching the situation in Indiana. Oh, man, dude, it's a wrap. Let's listen to this, y'all. We got to listen to this. We're going to have to stomach this. You know what I'm saying? Own nothing, control everything. It's the title of the video. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Well, all right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Citizen YouTube, Pastor Dow here. I want to talk to you about property. Listen to me, folks. Listen. If you are ever going to go out,
I want to talk to you about property. Listen to this, y'all. You want to talk about property?
You're going to purchase property, okay? It's one thing to purchase property. But if you want to know how to navigate and move into this world right here, the one thing you don't ever want to do in this world is purchase anything in your name.
I wonder why he's saying that. Where he's getting this information from. Let's see what he's trying to say.
I know. It seems like you have a personal ownership. It seems like you could say it's mine, such as cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, land, all this other stuff. Listen, only the fools, and I mean that with all respect, because sometimes we do it in ignorant, and only the ignorant fools will go out and purchase anything in today's time, as such as, especially something as land, which is a tangible asset.
You could tell he knows there's trouble coming. You could tell he knows trouble is coming because the bull's eye is on him and everything that's surrounding him. The bull eye is on you now. It's about to come to an end. Now, the thing is, he's going to say something probably about this or not. We'll see.
Even purchasing a car or a truck, which is something that depreciates in value, you incur a liability with these things. Anytime you have anything in your name, you are liable. Did you hear what I said? The way that the rich and the middle class and the well-to-do people is that they own nothing. If I said,
everybody knows that. What are you trying to say? Everybody knows that. I'm the one who talked about that. I'm one of the few that talked about that. Were you trying to apply like you got this information a long time ago?
There's once in the past 30 years, I've said it 20,000 times probably. The way that the rich and the middle class operate in this day, time, and hour is this. They own nothing, but they control everything. Now, like for instance.
Like you, right? Like you control all the men, all the women, and all the children. And now this event happened on your watch. On your watch. It's on your watch. Let's go.
I'm in a vehicle right here. This vehicle is not in my name. The insurance to this vehicle is not in my name. Yet, I get to control it. I get to use it. But if something goes on with this vehicle, my name does not take a hit. I'm not liable. The insurance company is liable because it's in the name. The insurance is in there for this vehicle, is in the name of this vehicle. Is that making sense? If you go out there and you purchase land and you're trying to, first of all, you'll never be able to get it exempt if you're using it for some type of foundation, if you're using it for some type of religious organizations or something like it. You'll never be able to get it exempt.
He's throwing shots at Newbury and Ringo and them. Remember, I don't deal with Newbury and Ringo and them. I don't deal with them no more. They already said I try to set them up, all this and that and the third. I don't deal with them no more. The thing is, he's talking about them or anybody else that's trying to get land. He's trying to say that you're going about it the wrong way. Let's see what happens.
If you go out here and put it in your name, but if it's in the name of the foundation or if it's in the name of some religious organization, even at that, listen, if you're going to go outside while being inside the system and obeying the laws, there you have to understand the way government is set up. Government is set up to not give you answers to nothing. They want you to discover everything. And as you go through the discovery process and you learn, once you get to the point, it's almost like they go, you got us. You got us. And then they'll automatically comply with what the knowledge that you have attained.
Could that be the reason why when the state trooper pulled them over, that there's some protocol that the state police could not apprehend them? So it seems like they can't apprehend these people and they can't go on the land. It's going to take a world leader or somebody in high power to get on these lands to see what's going on. They might send somebody as an insider to get some data. Something's going to go down this summer. If not this summer, definitely before the year's over with. Because it's already happening. Ever since they got rid of Rufus, it has begun. The judgment has fallen on them.
But most people, it's just like trying to explain to people what's the difference between someone who claims to be a sovereign citizen, and which a lot of people don't know how to do that, and a statutory system or a statutory citizen. See, the reason why you go into these courthouses and you go in there and you talk about you claiming your constitutional rights, ignorant, foolish, and dumb. You don't have no constitutional rights when you've already signed over and voluntarily gave up those rights. Well, Pastor Dow, how do we sign over and give over those rights? Well, if you go get their driver's license, you voluntarily sign over their rights. I got plenty of people in this ministry that they know what it means to have a right to travel, and they don't have no driver's license, and they travel all over the place. Sometimes they get pulled over.
Now, he said some of these people don't have a driver's license. They get pulled over. Similar to you. You don't have a driver's license either. Let's rewind that a little bit. You got to pay attention to what's going on. Listen to this.
People in this ministry that they know what it means to have a right to travel, and they don't have no driver's license, and they travel all over the place. Sometimes they get pulled over. Sometimes it's inconvenience. You get held longer than others, but at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, they let them go free. I remember not too long ago, I was down in Georgia, and I got pulled over in this very same car right here. And of course, the first thing they're doing, and I was doing like 70 and a 55. I was just cruising along. They didn't even have the radar detector on. They had no instant on. There's no way they could pace me because it was coming this way towards me. And yet and still, he was able to find out. He was able to tell me how fast I was going. And he asked me where I was going. And so I picked and choose if I really want to have this verbal altercation or not. And I didn't. So I said, here's my license. Here's the registration for the vehicle. And I'm going to church. You know what he did? He came back and said, okay, just kind of be conscious, a little bit, kind of slow down there, pay a little bit more attention. Have a good day. I said, bye. You know what I liken it to? I liken it to because you've got my driver's license, out of which this driver's license is not associated with this car, nor the insurance. However, if my driver's license and my insurance and registration, if they all three line up in this car, guess what? They just got finished transactioning and a successful sale. Yes, you just volunteer to get levied, fined, get sent to court. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Well, Pastor, nobody ever told us all this. Go talk to your pastor. I mean, your pastor's supposed to know everything, right? Go talk to your pastor, and your pastor will tell you everything you need about stuff like this. So, again, just because you don't know, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You better start becoming educated. You better start informing yourself. You better start learning how to navigate in this world so you don't get taken advantage.
I'm going to say this. He's going to buy himself some time because he knows it's coming. All of this other stuff he's talking about, that's the Moors, that's the Savagery. There's a lot of videos out there about that. At the same time, he's buying some time because the time is coming. If he was to throw everybody under the bus, he would do it to save face himself. Because the time is coming. Indiana is on the list. Eventually, all the other places is going to be on the list. Tennessee, they know the headquarters. They know the location. It's going to be interesting. What's going to inspire down here?
Advantage of. Because this world don't give a nickel's worth of reference about you or anything. They care about fines. They care about taxes. They care about you being levied and charged. They care about all that stuff. Anything they can to get and extort money out of you, be it a legal system, getting it from you illegally through nefarious means by not even disclosing the terms and the conditions of these private contracts that you enter in, i.e. marriage license, driver's license, any type of state license or anything. I mean, and so don't get up there acting like you're a subject matter expert because you're getting ready to get taken to the bank in your foolishness and your ignorance.
Well, that means it's coming to a theater near y'all. It's coming to a theater near y'all, and it's about to get real interesting. Because, see, you was boasting and bragging, probably in your videos, because I haven't been watching you in a minute. I don't watch those other guys anymore. It just so happened this came on my feed recommendation. You know, I've been watching Fox News, you know, what's going on in these northern states particularly, and this came to my desk, recommendation. I said, wait a minute. I know who this person is. Got to be from Straightway, Indiana. The head person in charge. The question is, it's a wrap. When it's going to be a wrap, only time will tell. It's being judged. The place is being judged. They thought they going to have an escape route. They thought about getting rid of Rufus. Rufus saw some things that everybody say he lied about. Well, I'm interested to see what Rufus is going to say about this. I will definitely see if Rufus is going to talk about this. Yeah, I know. For the past 26 years, I know. I want to hear what Rufus got to say about this Indiana situation, if he's going to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. Like I said, I will bring those videos up. I do not deal with Ringo. I do not deal with New Breed. I don't watch them. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with those content creators. They already made the decision already, saying that I set them up, which I didn't. It is what it is. We don't talk. I'm just mentioning their name just to know that they heard me say that this will be going on by the summer with Straightway. That's why I'm mentioning them. Because when I bring the videos up, people are going to think, oh, you're still talking? Heck no, we ain't talking. I moved on for them about 2 months ago. Just about to be 2 months. Okay? I'm doing my own thing. All right? I'm just talking about this for edification to let y'all know that I spoke about this almost 2 months ago, that this Straightway will be visited by the summertime. And now the world is knowing about them. Let's continue. He's not talking about the case. He's going around it.
You got to know what you're doing. You remember, you don't have any rights that you cannot declare. And you need to know what you're declaring. And when you go up into these places, you need to know what you're talking about. And not only do you need to know, many times you need to be able to tout. You need to be able to speak. You need to be able to regurgitate the case law for it. You can't just be setting up a ignorant. You can't just be running around doing stuff because you got your mind. You're dealing with a whole different type of system out here. So the last thing you want to do if you go purchase land is put in your name. That's the most ignorant, stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. How you think I end up getting 101 acres exempt? I can tell you one thing, it ain't in my name. I promise you that. It ain't in my name yet. I have sole control over it, but I have no liability.
He's giving a warning. He knows what's going on. He's playing dumb. He knows what's going on. D. Dower, are you going to speak on this situation in Indiana? That's what the people want to know. Because at the end of the day, you control all these Straightway places that's coming to an end. People are trying to leave, and you don't want them to leave. So here we go. Let's continue.
Now, I just spoke to you something that a lot of people out there that would never, ever, ever tell you. They'll tell you all this pipe dream and tell you everything they can to keep you in bondage to a system and in a way, but they damn sure ain't going to teach you how to get free.
Keep you in bondage. Keep you in bondage. Like how you keeping those people in bondage, right? You keeping those people in bondage. Look, it's over. It's over for Straightway. And I just want to say, giving a warning to Ringo and New Breed, a serious warning. I laugh very serious. I'm not trying to be their friends, nor ever talk to them ever again. I will say, I am the observer, and I must speak it because I want my hands to be clean according to the book of Ezekiel. I don't know what you be telling people behind the scenes, but I'm going to warn you. Some of them still talk to Straightway, I tell you that. Doing business with them. And some of them are your mods. Now, you can't control what people do. Yet, if all of this is going on, they should have no business dealing with them. They should remove themselves and go about their business. If they're going to go to the initiative and do business with y'all. I'm just saying, I'm an outsider. I'm an outsider. I'm not no hater. You better learn from this one. You two guys better learn from this one. Because you can't be friendly with everybody. They talk about me. I'm not friendly as people deem me to be. I'm not going around asking and asking and asking and begging and begging. Better take this very serious, what I'm telling you. Where I come from, I've been through a lot. I know a lot of things. I'm not no dummy. I know about setups because I've been the one who been set up and set people back up for what they did to me. I'm not going to do anything to y'all. Like I said, with Super Sly 75, you got a lot of black men looking for friends on the internet. Nobody's your friend. Back to Dower. It's over. It's a wrap. All you guys that attack us, or who's Rollo? Or you know who Rollo is now. Y'all was clapping when they went in on me. Y'all was celebrating. How Dower? How Straightway? You just add the fuel to the fire, and now you got a case from your boy, from your mans in Indiana. With his son, who could be, is missing. What's going on? What happened? Now, your place is being judged. Your place is being judged accordingly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why is message retracted? Why is people Sick'em dogs retract your you retract your message? What happened? I know no moderators did that because I would have saw that on my phone. Anyway, you retract your message for whatever reason. Oh, I know who Truth Defender is. I know who Truth Defender is. Truth Defender, come in your real account. Come on now. Truth Defender, you ashamed to come in your real account? You ashamed to come in your real account, Truth Defender? Why? Are you one of the mods for those people I don't talk to no more? So you coming in your troll account? So yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what they're going to have to say about this Straightway. I wouldn't be surprised if other people talk about it on the other side of YouTube. The word is going to get out since I talked about it. And it's the end of Straightway. I don't know when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. That's the Lord's doing. The Lord is tired of the games, the disrespect, and people are not repenting. And he's cleaning house in these northern states, whether you're in the city, whether you're in these lands. Me personally, I ain't getting involved in none of that. Because one thing I could tell you is that everybody's spirit ain't on point, and there's so much confusion in these other states. That's why I said Florida. Yeah, certain things is going on in Florida. I will still choose that over any other state when it comes to doing business or traveling, because I could travel right to the islands within an hour, less than an hour. I could go to Colombia, any of these places I need to go to. Florida is the best spot to get on a plane or a cruise and go about my business. More so the plane, boom, gone. I don't want to be up where and all of this crazy stuff going on, okay? If you want to be near a coast, it's your decision of what coast you choose. I just choose Florida, or some people want to choose Texas. That's the two hot spots right now. All these other states, it's got issues. And even somebody said that North Carolina is Ibarasi. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Oh, they got one in North Carolina too. You know what I'm saying? Straightway. Yeah, they got one in North Carolina. Ooh-wee. Let's see if we get anything else about it. Let's see. Oh, we got an update. Look like we got an update. Yeah, we got a little bit of an update 8 hours ago. The first two I played was 13 hours ago. Now we got an update 8 hours ago. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to that one. Let's get to the 8 hours ago. Hold on 1 second. Yep. Yeah, hit the like button. Hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like button right now. Let's get a lot of likes for this one. Y'all share this video too. Hold on. Let's get the update. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Let's get the update. Let these ads go through. Okay.
A teenage boy missing from Logansport. State police say Bryson Muir may be the victim of abuse. The 14-year-old is the son of a former Colts player, and tonight That former player is a person of interest in this investigation. Thanks for joining us today live at 5. I'm Dan Spieler.
And I'm Nick McGill. Now, Bryson hasn't been seen for 10 days, and investigators also haven't been able to get a hold of his parents. Fox 59's Eric Graves followed up on this today, and it led him to the gated off property of a religious group in rural central Indiana.
Private property, no trespassing, plenty of signs to let people know the message here. This is where ISP says the Muir family lives, who they can't get a hold of. This is 14-year-old Bryson Muir. Indiana State Police are trying to find him. Bryson is the son of Daniel and Kristen Muir. Daniel is a former Colts defensive lineman and now a person of interest in the ISP investigation into his son's location.
He's our primary concern. His well-being and his safety is of utmost importance.
Bryson's last known location was his grandma's house outside of Cleveland, Ohio. At the time, he had this black eye. Bryson left with his mother, Kristen, in a white 2015 Chevy Suburban. Bryson's grandmother called police, worrying her grandson was being beaten. State Police Captain Ron Galavez says minutes after that call, Kristen in that Suburban was pulled over, but Bryson wasn't there.
In that period of time, Bryson wasn't to be found. We don't know where he went.
The case was passed to the Indiana Department of Child Services and then State Police on June 18th. This brings us to here, the 1700 block of West US 24 near Logansport, where ISP says the Muirs live. The property and the Chevy Suburban Kristen Muir was driving are both owned by a group called the Servants Leaders Foundation, a nonprofit religious group based out of Kokomo. ISP has not been able to get a hold of either the Muir parents or Bryson.
We really started looking at this as an endangered missing person.
We visited the edge of the property Wednesday. You can see several homes and cars on the road. No sign of a white Suburban or any people, though. The only sign says, "Welcome to Straightway, Indiana, Goshen." Googling Straightway, you'll find Straightway Truth Ministry, an extreme religious group out of Tennessee that some consider a cult. Adding Daniel Muir's name to that search, and you'll find a video on the Straightway Truth Ministry's YouTube page from 4 months ago showing a man who appears to be Muir preaching and referencing a place called Goshen, the same name of the sign outside Muir's Cass County property. State Police want anyone who could know anything to reach out.
Of course, the public includes friends and family of Bryson, that if anybody knows where he's at or how we can get a hold of him, we need to know that.
In Logansport, Eric Graves, Fox 59 News.
All right, Eric, thank you. Meanwhile, 12-year-old
Bryson was with.
We got the receipts. Okay. This thing has led me to the grandmother. The grandmother is on the phone with them. We're going to listen to this receipt. Hold on a second. All right, let's listen to this.
Bryson was with me 2 weekends ago, and they came and took him from the house. Believed to be his parents. Like I know it was his mother, and I believe that it was his father in the car, but he never got out the car. And some other man. They took Bryson, who was 14,
and some other man? Whoa. Hold on.
Who was 14, and they have not been able to tell me where he is, and no one, the police department or social services, and they have not been able. They took Bryson, and some other man. That it was his father in the car, but he never got out the car, and some other man. They took Bryson, who was 14, and they have not been able to tell me where he is, and no one, the police department or social services, have been able to locate him or the parents. They're not cooperating.
What is your biggest concern at this point?
That he is in harm's way. You know, if you're not speaking to him, and there's allegations or we believe he's been abused. So now we're looking for him to make sure that he's okay, and we have not been able to find him. If they are good parents, and if they are good people, and if they love their children, they will just show us that Bryson is okay. That's all we want. His family here is worried about him. He has an uncle and he has a grandmother or great grandmother that is worried about him, and all the other children as well.
Did you know this about Tesla's solar roof?
Ooh-wee. So-called black men. So-called black men. This is not a good look. So-called black men, this is not a good look if you don't talk about this. Because now that I talk about it, probably others talk about it. When it gets to the women of the other side of YouTube, because they watch my channel respectfully, and it gets to these other spaces, people going to talk about it. They may mention my name. They may not mention my name. It is what it is. I'm not going to lose no sleep over it. You're going to have other YouTubers talking about it, and it's not going to look good, man. When these women find out about this dude, man, the woman going to be like, you talking about Pookie and Ray Ray. What about this Pookie and Ray Ray and this Straightway or any other cliques that's going on? Man, that's why I say I don't deal with no religious groups, none of that, or these psychopath folks, man. Leave me away from it as further away as possible. Woo! So the woman's testimony that used to come to my channel and everybody else that had a testimony about Straightway is legit. This is the icing of the cake. It's unfortunately, we don't know what happened to the young man. You know, Lord willing, he's safe. I just don't, this is not a good look, man. This is not a good look, so-called black man. You have to call out these degenerates. You have to call out these pastors, because I'm telling you right now, from what I've been told and I'm seeing, the women are pissed right now and have every right to be pissed off. You can't talk about their promiscuous behavior when you're doing promiscuous things right now in front of the world. D-Dower, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Oh, y'all can talk about me if you want to. Oh, Ringo Newbury kick you out. The allegations of the chick and all this and that and the third. Dude, y'all can talk about that. It's not going to stop for what's coming to your town. What's coming to your town? It doesn't. You could talk about what Newbury had the chick on a thing and trying to find out information about. Y'all could talk about all that Straightway. You could go in on me if you want to. You got a potential murderer on your hand. That's not a good look. Plus other things. Woo-wee! I thank the Lord for separating me from all this madness. And whoever he is the reason to everything. Because I'm telling you right now, you do not want to be around these sectors, man. So, hey, let's get the lights up. Let's get the lights up, y'all. If you're tuning in, rewind the show. I'm not going to show it again. It's out there. The news is out there. It is what it is. I'm going to get on out of here. I know it's early by y'all. Where you're at. Some of you getting ready to go to the site, whatever the case may be. Yeah, so let me do one more thing before I get on out of here. Let's check. The likes should be going up to 20 by now. Should be at 20 likes. Yeah, so that's pretty much about it. Y'all know the routine. You know. So I'll be back on later on today. We might get more information. If we do, we will definitely be talking about it. Y'all take it easy out there. I'm out. Peace.